Good morning, it's your coach, friend, and mentor, Scotty. I have a quick message I want to give you guys this morning after I was on a bike ride out west of town in the potato fields enjoying the sunrise and this beautiful weather here. I just was overcome with a feeling of gratitude for the smallest things, from seeing birds sitting on the power lines to hearing them chirp right now, and just felt really good in that moment. And you know, over the past 7 years, I've worked with thousands of people in their health and fitness journey, in their spiritual and financial transformations. And I know that one of the biggest things that holds people back is the ability to deal with emotions and to control what you focus on in your life. And it made me think about movies, for example. Today, every Friday, my beautiful wife and I, Gabby, go on a date, and sometimes we go to the movie theater. We always get tacos, and sometimes we go shopping and do some fun things like that. But I was thinking about our life and the way that the picture of our life from the past to the present to the future rolls through our minds, and we are the producers of our life. We are the producers of our thoughts, which then become our actions, which then becomes the result of our life and what we feel. And I was thinking about this in the fact of many of us are poor producers, but I want you to know that I believe in you, and I know that you are a good producer, and you can be a good producer. And what many of the people that I've worked with, and maybe you're facing this as well yourself, is you're taking that role of a bad producer. I know that sounds strong for me to say that to you, but a bad producer, this is like an example of what a bad producer would do. They would look at the poor films that they made in the past that had no success, that nobody watched, and they would always show them to you in the future, say like, oh, here's my worst film. Nobody came to watch this. Or think of yourself going to a movie. Would you go to a movie that sucked, that was like the worst movie ever 4,000 times? No, because if you did and you came to me and said, oh, I went and watched that movie again and it was just horrible, but I went again, like I would ask you, why? Why are you going to that movie? Why are you going back to that movie that is horrible, that is no good? I would ask you, why aren't you going to a better movie? Why aren't you trying something new? If that movie makes you feel poorly and it brings no good feelings to you and it's not funny and it's not exciting and it's just horrible, why are you going back there? And many of us are like that. We're going in our life, if we're the producer of a movie, we're showing the poor films in our past. And some of the greatest producers of movies today had horrible films in the past. So I want you guys to understand that. But why are they great producers today? They don't show their poorest films over and over and over. They show the new films. They show the films that they're creating today. And sometimes they even show films that aren't even created yet. And those are called previews. They show things that are to come. And that's what a great producer is doing. So I want you guys to understand and know that you are the producer of your life. I want you to know that I believe in you, and you don't have to stay in the past. You can go back there and learn lessons from the poor movies of the past, but don't stay there. Don't focus on them. Don't watch them over and over and over. Focus on today, because I believe in you. I know that you can become a great producer of your life. And I'm going to give you guys a question that you guys can ask yourself in any sort of situation, and I've faced this many times. I'm a father of 5, I'm married, I work with a ton of people in my career, and sometimes, you know, you have these emotions like anger or fear or frustration or a sense of loss that comes up, and so many people are overcome by those emotions that are coming up. So the one question that I want you guys to ask yourself when you're feeling those sort of any sort of emotion like that you don't like, that's not what you want in your current film, ask yourself, what else could this mean? So for example, let's say you sit down with your wife or your spouse, or you sit down with your husband and he's like angry about something, or raising his voice, or mad, or confrontational about something, and a lot of times we respond with confrontation, with anger, loss, upset, any of those things. Instead of responding like that, one of the best things that you can do for yourself, for your relationship with your spouse, your kids, your business, your fellow employees, is just ask yourself, what else could this mean? Just simply ask yourself, what else could this mean? Because a lot of times we take offense at things without knowing exactly what it means. Maybe it means they're stressed. Maybe it means they're lacking in sleep and they're just tired. Maybe it means that they have a misunderstanding about something. Maybe they're making an assumption of something. So what I want you guys to do is when you're feeling those emotions come up inside of you, instead of responding in anger, frustration, loss, sadness, any of those things, just ask yourself, what else? Step back and say, what else could this mean? And really learn to discover that we all are humans of emotion. We all experience and face different emotions throughout the day. And one thing that I do is, I take a nap. If I'm feeling that, instead of engaging in an argument or a fight or whatever it is, I step back. I just say, what else could this mean? I go to sleep and I wake up and I think much differently about the situation. So that's my challenge to you guys. Remember that you are the producer of your life. And if you want to become a great producer, work on the film that you are working on today and the ones that you're producing in the future. Love you guys. Have an incredible Friday and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.